potentially comes down to the 5th set. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position. The blue Zerg playing for Evil Genius's Team Liquid. Will he close it out? His name is Revival.
His opponent spawns in the left top position of the map. Red Terran playing for Samsung Khan. His name is Reality.
Reality sporting some fiery red hair there.
It fits him well.
It actually looks really good there. Like, normally red hair, like, I guess the way I see it, it doesn't always look great on people, but he can pull it off because it looks a little bit orange. Maybe it's like the light bouncing off, but I think that proper shade and color and tone and all those artistic terms, it fits him, it suits him very well.
Talking about the two players, Revival, he is only 6-9 in this matchup in 2013, including WCS run, while Reality, he is 6-3 in this particular matchup. But you also have to count the fact that early 2013, Revival wasn't doing so well.
Yeah, his revival did not happen until a few months ago, maybe like 2 months.
When the WCS Season 1 started.
Yeah, that's when he really started reviving his career.
So last time around, when these two teams faced each other, Jaedong got the first kill against Cop, and Hero took 3 kills for EGTL. That was in the all-kill format. And today, with other players doing so well, Revival, he can close it out for EGTL if they get a...
Oh, that's nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah. That's, of course, for EGTL. They can't make it to the playoffs, but they can still provide entertaining games, and I'm having a blast watch them play so much better than they have throughout the entire season.
You also have to count that. You also have to count in the mentality of the players right now, because there's enough pressure to win a match anymore.
Yeah,
they're just like, okay, you know what? Go out there, try your best, show amazing games to the fans, and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, this actually happens in other sports as well. This is not like specific to Starcraft. Whenever the pressure is relieved off of a team and there's like they can't make it to the postseason or playoffs, then oftentimes they will actually end up going on a pretty big winning streak and get themselves into a pretty strong mentality for the next season.
Yeah, which is quite unfortunate for some of the teams out there, because if they keep the mentality throughout the whole season, then they could perform a lot better. That's what the Korean casters were talking about, EGTL, saying if they actually perform like this back in round number 1 with the better mentality, then EGTL would be in top 4 instead of the bottom 4.
I have to agree. It would also be nice to consistently see their entire roster there. I wish Tasia was in the pro house with them. That'd be so sick if he was in there, man.
It's his personal choice, so
yeah, it is his choice.
About it.
Yeah, it's not like he was born that way. It was his choice.
Now we do have SCB scouting inside the main base. Of course, the map is New Fighting Spirit, which means that there is a high yield gas at the third base, which actually suits Zerg players a little bit better on this map. But it's not like Terran players, they cannot play a game against a Zerg player on this map.
All right, well, we do see a Command Center first opening from Reality, and Revival just playing pretty standard here, doing his own thing, getting the Zergling speed behind this as well. And we also have a gas from Reality. Reality's name being Kim Ki-hyun.
Kim Ki-hyun. But his opponent, Kim Dong-hyun.
Yes.
Just a little Korean lesson over here. But we do have a factory being built by Reality right now, so most likely we're going to see Hellions into Hellbats, which is so popular these days by Terran players. Let's see how Revival is going to play this, though. Is he going to try to utilize a high-yield gas early in the game, or is he just going to play a regular Zerg? Regular Zerg style while going for the third hatchery a little bit later into the game.
I highly doubt he's going to go for the middle base there. I don't see that happening.
Not the middle base, but the 6 o'clock base.
6 o'clock?
High yield gas.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, all the 6, 12, 9, 3, they all have high yield gases there, just one.
That's what I was trying to refer to, not the high yield in the middle of the map.
Look at that hair. You missed it, man. Looks so good. It was like high definition hair from Reality.
Whoa, look at the high definition armory inside the main base of Reality.
That means we're gonna be seeing some high definition Hellbats soon.
Well, we do have a starport out of the way, and seems like he's gonna go for the push, go for the drop without the Widow Mines this time around. As some Terran players, they like to mix in Widow Mines early in the game to make sure they get some nice economic damage done before dropping Hellbats. Other players, they go into Hellbats right away.
All right, well, we do have that Baneling Nest on the way for Revival. I'd like to see him go for a Roach Warren pretty soon here. He should at least be ready to anticipate his opponent going for the Hellbat drops, because it's so common on this map. But hold on a second. we have a Tech Lab add-on being made here.
Screw the Tech Lab. We have 18 Zerglings out on the way.
Yeah, and the Tech Lab was on the barracks. Like, I just saw it in the production. I'm like, well, it could be maybe for the Starport. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, the 20 Zerglings in production here are definitely something to note. And we do have the Baneling Nest done as well.
Yeah, it's actually finished right now, and he's going to try to bust through the natural early in the game. The problem is Hellbats are great against the Zerglings, so Xenio needs, Revival, excuse me, needs a lot of Zerglings and a lot of Banelings to detonate on the Hellbats.
Yeah, this is actually, I feel like, going to be a double-edged sword here. It's going to be very risky that he tries to go for a move like this.
Remember, the Hellbats is not going to be in position.
That's true. The Banelings are going to be able to roll through here. We have 10 additional Zerglings on the way. This third hack stream may actually just be bait.
It is a bait as he finally sees the Zerglings popping out saying, those aren't drones? What is going on here?
Yeah, this has got to definitely tip off reality, but I'm not sure if he doesn't know. He only has one Marine at home.
And with the Zerglings stepping on the supply depot, well, there's only one bunker, and here comes the Banelings.
They're going to easily shred through this bunker here, destroying that, and now they can go into the main base or for the natural and just pick off a lot of units here. The Banelings connecting, killing a ridiculous amount of workers there, and the Zerglings are going to move into the main base as well, pick off a few more units. Already 17 workers have been killed. There's also a Hellbat drop in the main base of Revival as well. A few drones picked off, but they are ferried to the natural.
Few drones. He got all of the SCVs at the natural, man. This means that in reality, while he has the Hellbat drop inside the main base, he cannot go for the additional Hellbat drop because those Hellbats need to stay home to defend against possible drop, possible bust once again.
Here come the Banelings once again. Can they deal a good amount of damage against the Hellbats here? The Hellbats are slower than the Banelings here, but I think there's just a little bit too much here. Reality will be able to hold on for now.
So all Revival needs to do right now is get a couple of roaches and make sure he gets some static defense inside the main base.
22 workers to 5.
Against the Hellbats. And yes, 22 workers to 5, really nice damage done by Revival. He also has a third hatchery up, which hasn't been destroyed throughout the whole game.
Yeah, so Revival, actually, he's in a pretty solid position. He did spend a lot of resources on units early on, so his economy is not going to be fantastic, but it's not in a bad position either.
Yeah, and compared to his opponent in reality, Revival is so far ahead when it comes to economy, and he needs to do a lot of damage with this Hellbat. But the problem is, Revival, he knows that all reality can do at this point is go for the Hellbat drop.
Yeah, and not even Hellbats, just Hellbat.
One Hellbat.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting because we have 3 Tech Lab add-ons on these racks here, and reality is kind of low on resources, so we can't even fully utilize this, but he is going to move across the map with this unit composition. It's really good unless you have a critical mass of roaches, I feel. He's got 7 in production now.
In fact, I have a feeling that reality's build, the prepared build that he went for today is get a lot of Marauders out, use the Hellbats to counter the Zerglings, and use the Marauders to counter the roaches.
That's all right, here we go. There's a scan trying to pick off that creep tumor there. And this attack, I think it's do or die for reality here. If this attack doesn't do much, then he's going to be really far behind economically and unit composition-wise. The Banelings are running through here, but they're not connecting, not doing a lot of damage. And all of a sudden, things are starting to turn around. This could be really bad for Revival.
No more Hellbats, however. There is one Hellbat arriving in the back, which means that if he just has enough Zerglings to get us around, he can still win this engagement.
He needs to pull his drones now.
Yeah, well, remember, his opponent is still down to 2 bases, and it's a do-or-die situation for reality, as all Revival needs to do, even if the third hatchery gets taken out, just defend against the attack at the natural.
Yeah, I think he realized that that third hatchery cannot be held on here.
But he also knows that his opponent is not taking expansion anytime soon.
Yeah. Reality does... Okay, well, there's the expansion that's going down. He's up to 44 workers. The attack has done enough damage to more than equalize the game out. Now, Reality has a pretty high supply advantage here. About 25. The Lings coming in here. The Banelings trying to connect. There's not a lot of Marauders left. And if the Roaches can focus fire properly here, I think maybe he can hold on.
That's too much from Reality right now. It's just he's just ripping apart on all the Roaches and Zerglings with the Hellbats and Marauders.
Yeah. So it looks like the attack from Revival early on, it was solid, but the unit composition too hard to deal with later on in the game from Reality. Very smart decision making, by the way, from him to go for this composition. GG.
And it's such a solid composition also because remember, he's not going to have the centrifugal hooks out in time to get the Banelings connecting to the Hellbats. And Revival is kind of shocked, saying, well, Marauders counter Roaches, Hellbats counter Zerglings, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's just, you have to really focus on a lot of roaches in that situation, and he was making like a handful of lings and banelings here and there, which are good normally, but in that specific situation, he just wanted pure roaches. Alright, so the score is now 3-2. Evil Genius's Team Liquid still ahead, but it's looking like we could potentially go into an ace match here. The next map is going to be Eklon Wastes, and we have a PvP on it. It's going to be JYP versus Zhongbi, so return of PV Pro League, man. Welcome back. I missed you so much since yesterday.
Now remember, if JYP wins against Zhongbi, Samsung Khan is out.
Yep, so Zhongbi, can he take it to the ace match? We will find out after this commercial break.